The desert stretches endlessly beneath a punishing sun, dunes rising and falling like golden ocean waves frozen in time. Heat shimmer dances above the sand, twisting the horizon into mirages. Wind carves long trails through the dunes, carrying fine grains that whisper across the barren landscape. But today, the desert is not silent. Atop the highest dune, a massive silhouette stands motionless like a guardian carved from sunlight and shadow. The giant Dune Leopard surveys the plains below, its amber eyes glowing through ribbons of drifting sand. Its enormous body is built for the desert, powerful limbs, dune-hardened muscles, and fur patterned with swirling golden black shapes that blend seamlessly with the sand. The shard-like scales lining its spine reflect the sun like broken mirrors, a testament to its status as apex predator. It is a creature of lethal grace, its form a perfect fusion of power and agility, designed to master this harsh, unforgiving world. It inhales deeply, tasting the wind. A scent of ozone and kinetic energy taints the air. Something else moves. Far across the cracked plain, a thunderous vibration rolls through the earth. Pebbles bounce on the baked ground. Dry shrubs tremble, their roots shaken by a force of nature. The leopard's ears twitch, tracking the tremor's rhythm, its head lowering with predatory focus. It steps lightly down the dune, each paw landing with ghost-like silence despite its massive size, its form melting into the rippling heat haze. The air grows heavy, charged with anticipation, as the deep rumble intensifies, heralding an impending storm of violence. The tremor grows stronger, a relentless drumbeat against the desert's heart. Then the dune below erupts. Sand blasts into the air as the Thorn-Spike Wildebeest emerges, shaking loose entire sheets of golden grains. The Titan's body is thick, armored, and scarred from countless battles, a walking fortress of rage and brute force. Its desert hide is as tough as baked earth, and from its spine jut bone spikes, each one sharp enough to pierce stone. But its most terrifying feature is its horn, a huge, forward curved spear infused with a pulsating crimson energy, a weapon that hums with kinetic power. It snorts, blasting hot air and dust from its nostrils, its small, furious eyes fixed on the distant ridge where the leopard has stood. The wildebeest lets out a guttural roar that echoes across the plains, a challenge hurled against the silent dunes. It paws the ground, not with impatience, but with a promise of destruction. Its charge begins as a slow, deliberate advance, but quickly builds into an earth-shattering sprint. A wall of dust rises in its wake, a churning cloud of sand and fury that obscures the sun. It plows through the dunes, its immense weight and momentum turning the landscape into a chaotic sea of shifting sand. High above, the leopard watches, its amber eyes tracking the approaching cataclysm. It doesn't retreat. Instead, it hunkers down, its muscles coiling like immense springs. As the wildebeest thunders past below, the leopard launches itself from the dune crest in a breathtaking leap. It sails through the air, a blur of sand-fused fur and glinting scales, and executes a sandblast leap. Mid-air, it kicks its powerful hind legs, sending a concentrated explosion of sand and grit directly at the wildebeest's head, a blinding maneuver designed to disorient and expose. The wildebeest stumbles, shaking its massive head to clear its vision. The sand stings its eyes, but its rage is unabated. It digs its hooves into the ground, its crimson horn flaring with power. It pivots, unleashing a horned shockwave strike. A wave of kinetic energy rips through the sand, surging towards the leopard. The desert floor cracks and buckles as the force travels, a visible ripple of destruction. But the leopard is already in motion, its dune-adapted body moving with uncanny speed. It sidesteps the shockwave, the blast of energy missing it by inches and detonating against a dune behind it, causing the entire structure to collapse in a slow-motion avalanche of sand. The chase is on. The leopard, a master of its environment, uses a dune slide ambush. It races along the spine of a massive dune, timing its descent perfectly. As the wildebeest charges below, the leopard drops, sliding down the steep slope on its side, a golden-black avalanche of its own making. It uses the momentum to launch a high-speed claw barrage, its shard-like claws raking across the wildebeest's armored flank. Sparks fly as claws meet hardened hide, the sound a sharp screech of metal on stone. The attack draws blood, but the wildebeest's thick armor absorbs most of the impact. Enraged, the titan responds with its most formidable defense. It tucks its head and curls into a ball, its bone thorn spikes pointing outwards. It begins to roll, a spike roll defense that transforms it into a spinning vortex of death. The dune collapses under its weight as it barrels down the slope, uprooting ancient rock formations and creating a tidal wave of sand. The leopard leaps back, narrowly avoiding being crushed by the rolling behemoth. The sheer power is astounding. The wildebeest isn't just fighting an opponent, it's weaponizing the desert itself. The battle shifts towards the rocky forest edge, a transition zone where the golden dunes give way to gnarled trees and stone outcrops. The atmosphere changes. The open chaos of the desert is replaced by the tense, claustrophobic terrain of the rocky border. Here, the wildebeest's straightforward charges are less effective, while the leopard's agility gives it a distinct advantage. It leaps from rock to rock, a phantom moving through the shadows cast by the setting sun, its glowing amber eyes never leaving its target. The wildebeest, frustrated by the constricting environment, unleashes its fury. It slams its horn into the ground, creating another dust wall from the charge, attempting to blind the leopard and flush it out into the open. Crimson energy pulses from its horn, casting an eerie glow through the swirling dust storm. But the leopard uses the chaos to its advantage. It disappears into the sand cloud, its movements silent and unseen. The wildebeest stands its ground, listening, its heavy breaths echoing in the sudden quiet. From the heart of the dust storm, the leopard strikes. It doesn't aim for the armor this time. It leaps onto the wildebeest's back, a daring move that puts it directly among the deadly bone spikes. It uses its smaller size and superior agility to navigate the thorny labyrinth, its claws digging deep for purchase. The wildebeest roars in pain and fury, bucking and spinning, trying to dislodge the predator. It smashes its body against rock walls, but the leopard holds on, its determination unyielding. Finding its moment, the leopard drives its claws into the muscle at the base of the wildebeest's neck, just behind the armored plates. It bites down, its fangs sinking deep. The titan bellows, a sound of agony and shock, and finally it crashes to its knees, its energy depleted. The crimson glow in its horn flickers and dies. The ground shudders one last time as its immense weight hits the sand. For a long moment, there is silence, broken only by the whistling wind and the labored breaths of the two giants. The dust begins to settle, revealing the scene under the soft orange light of the setting sun. The giant dune leopard releases its grip and jumps down, its body covered in scratches and its golden fur stained with its own blood. It is victorious, but exhausted, the toll of the battle evident in every strained muscle. The Thorn-Spike Wildebeest slowly, painfully rises to his feet. Its charge is gone, its rage extinguished, replaced by the grim reality of defeat. It looks at the leopard, not with hatred, but with a primal understanding. It turns and limps away, its massive form disappearing into a collapsing dune mist, a ghost of its former power swallowed by the desert it once ruled. The giant dune leopard watches it go, its silhouette framed against the dying light, a solitary guardian standing victorious but weary atop the shifting sands. The desert has chosen its master for another day,